Henrietta, come on. Hurry up, it's getting late. Edward, I'm not sure. Come on, Henrietta. You said you would come. You gave me your word. You have to. All right. Fine, I'm coming. Henrietta Collins. She is the only daughter of her strict and conservative parents, Jack and Laura Collins. Growing up in the small town of Cottonwood Falls, Kansas, on their barn, Henrietta was brought up under the watchful eyes of her father, who didn't accept anything out of his book. Jack Collins was well respected in their small town, and being his daughter, Henrietta had certain rules and regulations. She attended the weekly sermons at church, was part of the choir, and her life was all about good manners, proper etiquettes, discipline, and of course, numerous restrictions. Henrietta wasn't allowed to wear anything flashy or the least eye-catching, and definitely not revealing. Dad, I'm ready for my choir sessions. No daughter of mine will go out wearing that. But Dad, this is my favorite skirt. It just got a little small on me. Get changed right now. Henrietta was 16, but still not allowed to go out alone, not a foot outside their property. And be it anywhere else, her father would always escort her and be with her the entire time. Where were you? I was out on the field, Dad. From now on, you will only go where I can see you. Yes, Dad. Your door should be unlocked. Yes, Dad. Henrietta wasn't even allowed to have friends. Being seen talking to anyone her dad didn't know meant severe consequences. Hence, Henrietta ever only actually hung out with her cousins growing up. Mom, Cousin Lizzie is having a sleepover. Can I go? Sweetheart, I don't think that's a good... Absolutely not. You're not allowed to stay anywhere overnight, especially not at Elizabeth's. That girl has forgotten our family values ever since she moved to the city. Hanging out with men, wearing those kind of clothes, she's become a disgrace. I warned Bill. I don't know why he let his daughter go. Maybe because he's not a control freak? Henrietta was absolutely fed up with her life and with all the restrictions. She felt as if her father wouldn't let her even breathe. He had rules and regulations about every little thing. And sometimes, Henrietta felt as if she wasn't a person at all. Her likes and dislikes didn't matter. Her opinion didn't matter. Everything always had to be her father's way. Come on, Henrietta. How long are you going to suffocate in this house like this? It's just one night. So tonight, finally, Henrietta built up the courage and decided to do what she wanted to do. Edward and Henrietta had known each other since they were kids. They were neighbors and often crossed paths, and over the years grew a liking for one another. But of course, this friendship of theirs was outside the notice of Henrietta's father, who was absolutely against Henrietta even speaking with another boy, especially Edward. "What are you doing here on my property?" "Mr. Collins, one of our rabbits ran off into your field. I came after it, but I guess it's lost. I'll leave." Phew. Despite the hatred of her father, Henrietta secretly met Edward now and then, and they were sort of in a relationship. Her father might have disapproved of Edward, but Henrietta really liked him and trusted him. He was a nice guy. Mom and Dad went on a trip to the city. They won't be back before the harvest. I have the whole house to myself for a month. You have to come over." "Come over? And what will we do, Edward? You know I can't stay up late. I'll fall asleep." "No, you won't. My dad left his radio unlocked. There's a late-night program we can listen to. We'll have fun." "But, Edward, you know I can't do that, right? My dad will kill me. And you." No, are you crazy? That can wait for when we're married." Propping up her pillows on the bed, Henrietta slipped out the window to Edward. "Let's go." They both hurried into the field in the darkness of the night. The only thing leading their way was the moonlight and the small lighter in Edward's hand. As the young couple walked through the cornstalks, Henrietta stared at the scarecrow ahead. It was tremendously dark, and Henrietta felt so overwhelmed. She had never done anything like this before. "Edward, did you see that? I think it moved. It looked at me." "What? Who? The scarecrow?" Edward chuckled as he walked up to it. "Hey, what are you looking at? That's my girl." Edward chuckled as he grabbed Henrietta's hand, and they rushed through the cornstalks to his barn. It was quiet on the Hemsworth property. Edward opened his door, and Henrietta slowly stepped into the silent house. There was no one but her and him. Sitting down in the living room couch, Edward stared into Henrietta's eyes, where she suddenly said, "The radio program?" "What radio? Oh, yeah, hold on." Edward got up and opened the cupboard, taking out the radio. After a while of playing with the antenna, he got the program running. "Hello, friends, guys and girls, singles and couples. I hope you all are tuned in and ready for tonight's amazing story by BII, The Irresistible Attraction." That chilly, dark night, when Lisa sat all alone by the way, waiting for her boyfriend Mark to return, she suddenly heard a rustle from the woods behind. "Mark, is that you?" Lisa was startled seeing a tall, handsome man walk out of the darkness. He looked at her with a smile. "You look even more beautiful under the moonlight." Lisa didn't know why she felt a strange attraction towards this stranger. "Have we met before?" "Look at the moon," he said. Lisa turned to the blood moon, deep red in the skies, remembering him. James? How could she know his name? Who was he? And why did she feel so irresistibly attracted towards him? Listening to the story, Edward turned to look at Henrietta with a smile. "Wow, that's exciting. You know what a night like this calls for? A drink." "Drink? The cellar is open. Are you sure we're allowed to go in there?" "Oh, come on. It'll be fun. No one is going to know." Nervously, Henrietta followed Edward out to the wine cellar where he took out an aged bottle from the shelf. "This is the stuff," Edward said, pouring out a glass. As he gulped down the shot and handed Henrietta, she stared at it in her hands, not knowing what she should do. "Come on." "I think I'll pass." "It's only one time, Henrietta." As Edward pushed the glass to her lips, Henrietta had the shot, instantly regretting as she choked on the bitter taste. "It's really strong. This is the best wine in the cellar." After Edward had a few shots, he leaned against the walls, staring at Henrietta. "What are you looking at?" "You look really beautiful," Edward said, coming towards her. But the minute he was to grab hold of her, Henrietta stepped back. "No, Edward. You said we will wait till our marriage." "It can be our secret. No one will know, Henrietta." "This isn't right, Edward." "Is it really about right or wrong, Henrietta? It's a need. Men have needs, and women fulfill them." Seeing how aggressive and explicit Edward was becoming, Henrietta felt disgusted and pushed him back. "No, Edward. I'm going home." With that, she ran out of the cellar, and on her way back home, she didn't look back even once as she ran down the field to the house. And snuck into her room again, dropping onto her bed. Henrietta had never imagined Edward would try something like that with her. She thought he was a nice guy, but she was wrong. I'm never going to meet him or speak with him again. Usually, Henrietta would leave the house on the excuse of taking a walk around the field and meet up with Edward at their hiding spot amidst the corn stalks. But the next day, Henrietta didn't leave the house. But eventually, when she calmed down, she started to miss Edward. However, she didn't spot him out in the field. Not that day. Not in the next few days. Where is he? About a week in, Henrietta went to their hiding spot and waited the entire evening. But he didn't come. And soon, a whole month passed by since Henrietta had last seen Edward. The day Mr. and Mrs. Hemsworth returned, Henrietta eagerly watched through her window to catch a glimpse of Edward. But she didn't see him. But the very next day, she was surprised to see his parents come over to their house. "Jack, Edward is missing. Have you seen him?" "Missing? Have you called family? I thought I saw him some weeks ago." We called everywhere. We looked everywhere. Mary, you're thinking too much of it. The boy just can't go missing. You'll find him. No, something must have happened. Jack, I know there was something going on between your daughter and my son. Did they do something? Did you do something to my son? Calm down, Mary. What are you saying? Missing? Did Edward run away thinking I would tell everyone about him? Hearing what happened, Henrietta began to feel guilty. Was this all because of her? But what could she do now? The next few days went by and Edward didn't show up, nor could anything be known about where he might have went. Where was Edward? Dawn. Dawn, do you think something terrible happened with him? Where are you, Edward? Don't worry, everything's going to be fine. Henrietta thought the night she snuck out was a secret only between her and Edward. But she would never know the real truth. What really happened. That night, when Henrietta left the house, she hadn't realized. But Jack woke up to the slightest noise. Where is she going? Jack knew there was something going on between his daughter and Edward. But as long as they didn't cross the line, he let them be. But sneaking out at night with a teenage boy was something Jack couldn't allow. So that night, Jack had secretly followed his daughter, keeping an eye on her. Just within a while of staying in Edward's house, however, he saw the kids leave to the wine cellar. And some moments later, there was a noise, and Henrietta ran out back to the house. What happened? Curious and upset, Jack went into the cellar to get a hold of Edward. But when he went inside, he was shaken by what he found. Edward's lifeless body lay on the ground. No, Edward, I'm going home. Henrietta had not realized, but when she pushed Edward and ran out, Edward had tripped and fallen onto the pitchfork, which pierced through his body. What has she done? But what am I going to do? What am I going to do now? Jack was stressed, worried for his daughter. He knew this was an accident, but this wouldn't be an accident in the sight of law. He had to save his daughter. So that night, Jack took Edward's body and placed it somewhere no one would find him, even if they were to look straight into his eyes. Henrietta always felt as though her father was controlling her life, never caring for how she felt. She was suffocating in that house because of him. His strict rules and regulations. But she would never know. It was that father of hers who would go to any extent to save her life, even if it were to cover up her murder. John, are we ever going to find him? Stay strong, Mary. We'll find him. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.